Okay, don't even care at this point. Don't need to know why. Great. Yeah, I kind of like a reset. It's kind of fun. Okay, so you saw it up super early. I actually had set the alarm for 2:40. Woke up, started the truck, let it get up to operating temps. It is about noonish, 1 o'clock maybe in Elkhart or in Goshen. Loaded up, hitting the road. The guard shack lady said that I guess they're supposed to get some ice, some freezing rain or something coming in soon. So trying to extra hurry, and I think I'm gonna have to do a reset in this trip. So my plan is to do that in Grand Island and then be able to drop instead of Friday, it'd be Saturday morning. So luckily it's Wheat Ridge. I'll have to call ahead of time. Hopefully I can schedule an appointment, like she's able to come in. So yeah. Damn it, would you shut up? I'm trying to make a YouTube video. All right, see ya. Okay, so we're loaded, hitting the road, headed back west, and apparently there's supposed to be some type of wintry mix coming in to the Chicago area. I didn't really look elsewhere. What I did notice was the temperature wasn't dropping below freezing until like 8 o'clock. I'll be well off the road by then. I have maybe 2 hours left of drive time, and it's 2:48 right now. So I'll be done early. I love these types of trips. And then I called to see about a Saturday drop. She mentioned their yard or their dealership is full and put me on hold, called Loveland, and so I'm apparently going to Loveland instead of Wheat Ridge. She was like, they're probably not going to do a Saturday drop though. And I was like, well, do you think you would do a better job or myself on bribing them to do a Saturday drop? Like, what do I need to bring in order to drop on Saturday? She's like, hang on, let me call. The girl's name's Amanda. So that's where we're at.
A few moments later.
So apparently no wintry mix. It's actually really nice. It's sprinkled for a little bit. There was some old lady that was like looking at me like resting face. Yeah, sun's out. It's nice. I'll show you the road. We're making some awesome time. No traffic issues through Chicago. Like, you know, when you go through Chicago, you just never know. We're gonna bypass Morris, and there is a Flying J's, maybe? I don't remember, Pilot or Flying J's. And was it La Sella or something? There's maybe another 30, 40 minutes past where, you know, where the Morris, and that'll leave us just a few minutes on the drive time. So maxing out all of the time we can potentially max out to get as far, as close to Denver, or I mean now Loveland, as we can before I have to do this reset. Okay, we're parked for the night, been parked for the night, and my freaking heater was kind of intermittently going in and out again. And if you had following along, I had it fixed. Well, I'm not undoing it right now, but what I had noticed, I took this off. I wanted to see if it was burnt out again. This is the power line, because if it was burnt out again, then my assumption is somewhere along this harness, there's a short. The harness itself, a whole brand new harness, was like 70 bucks. But what I had noticed, if you can see in here, see those, oh, here, see these, a little gray piece, that's kind of like a sleeve or something for the back side. Well, the power line, when I was looking at it, after I'd taken it off, put it back in, its gray little washer, whatever, plastic or rubber stop was pushed back. Here. instead of being all the way in like they are now, this one was pushed back. So I took this off, and I'll show a little video clip of me just recording the inside of this, because there's not a lot of room to fit your head in around, you know. But this was pushed all the way back because inside of there's the video. You've probably seen the video already. It's like the prong was kind of bent or something, and something didn't look right with the female part of it. So not quite sure what the issue is. It's in there now. When I pushed it in, it's seated in, but I was using some needle nose pliers to try to like bend it, because it looked like it was kind of bent a little, and then as I was trying to straighten it out, it was spinning some. Who knows? If it goes out again, I know the exact issue, and I'll take it into a shop and have somebody fix it. Whether it needs to be that the piece inside of here coming out, the male part, needs to be replaced or something, I don't know. But that's it. I'm going to eat, call it a night, and then take off pretty early tomorrow, so stick around. And my favorite kind of soap, right there. Hands get dirty, use that stuff. Not every truck stop has it though.
A few moments later.
Update on the heater. I got it going, then it freaking died again. I'm like, all right, let's see if that thing wiggled out. No, that was fine. All right, well, before checking that, because I didn't think that'd be an issue, I was like, maybe it just needs like pushed in over here, which is where the HVAC blower motor, everything is. Well, I go out there, everything's fine. I'm just kind of pushing it in like old school. Nothing's working. I'm just kind of getting a little pissed off. I'm like, the fuck? But I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll take this off, that panel off. So I move my bag, everything. And right when I take that off and I sit it down, you can hear it. Heater kicks on. I'm like, huh. Okay, don't even care at this point. Don't need to know why. Great. Randomly dies again. I'm like, what the fuck? So ultimately, I'm not gonna touch it because it's going, but you can see it right there. Little crispy looking. It's that connector as well. So what I'll do, just fuck it off. All right, listen, see if you can hear it. I'm gonna pick that up and it'll turn back on. So, turns off. Not exactly sure. That wire's kind of hot, so I don't know. I'll call Freightliner, I'll tell them what's going on, and see if there's just that connector itself, or if it does need a new harness, or what, you know, whatever, we'll figure it out, but at least I know where it's at. So, yeah, all right, now I'm calling it a night. Well, I got to FaceTime Miles for his bedtime, which should be like 10 minutes ago. So they should be calling any second now, okay? See ya. Okay, so we're fueling up a transporter. It was right ahead of me, but came up to me. I was thinking he was a subscriber and was going to say something, but it let me know that this handle doesn't stay up. So that's probably some redneck ingenuity right there. But that's not the first time that I've done. I think a subscriber, Brian Coffee, maybe, in Brooklyn, Iowa, was caught on a video. Fucking CB on a video struggling with this. They're bitching about a truck that's broke down right on the fucking off ramp. Oh, hell of a place to break down. I get on there, another guy too. Like, oh yeah. He meant to do that. Fucking idiot. He broke down as he was trying to turn. All right, but we're fueling up. Man, we are so ahead of schedule, it's not even funny. Who knows if it's legal? Sometimes things that are so fun, they tend to be not. Let's fuel and get out of here. Any eastbound drivers, see if that westbound way station is open. The moment of truth. I was a little nervous. My drive axle actually weighed 12,100 or 12,200 or something. I feel like 12,000 is the max you can have on an axle. That or 10,000, maybe it depends on the state, I'm not sure. Johnson's Corner. how suiting. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Johnson's Corner, doing a reset, drinking a coffee. This was the first time in a while I didn't set an alarm clock to get up and run hard or whatever, because I can't. So that was nice. Miles had FaceTimed me before they were going to daycare today, because today they don't have preschool. But he's like, "Yeah, you're not awake yet?" It's an hour earlier here than it is there. But I'm like, "No, dude, I'm had sleeping in today." But yeah, so got a list of things to do, just kind of organizing the inside of the truck, and maybe going to like a Lowe's or someplace to try to find just some supplies to get some organization going in there. So that's it. Here's a sweet truck. Woo! Here we go. All right, we just finished working out. Anytime Fitness. I just about got ran over. Going to go and get some groceries, probably. Some organizational supplies, some cleaning supplies. And I think that's it. I think I'm just, gonna clean the inside of the truck and work on it. And you're about to see that right now. Okay, so the end of the first full day, which this is all I'm gonna get done on the reset, but here's what I got. Mounted this into this metal plate. I just used some self-tapping screws. I'm pretty sure that'll work. If not, I got some nuts and bolts and can do it more adequately. And then obviously this will be facing me. But that freed up that one. This is actually one of the legs to it right here. Freed this up, took that out. And then I don't have a T45 or a T50 or whatever bit to get the footing of this off. But these are real flexible. They're aluminum. So I was like, screw it. Use this. And then put up all these little shelves. So just screwed them in. This is a wood little, you can't see. This is a wood face. So 2 screws, washer, because this is plastic. I didn't want to bust through. Here, one over here. Then I mounted this up off the floor actually to this part of the bed, so when the bed opens, this actually goes with it. I've tried it out, it works fine, but this is where I put my paperwork. Then I got a little coat rack that I hung up right here, right now. I took a shower at Anytime Fitness because I'm not gonna pay for a shower here after I worked out. And yeah, just need to dry the towel off. But I think that's pretty much it. Now what I'm going to do is, I told you it would be in this video. It's not, I forgot it. But I have a 12-volt fridge right here. I'll show you that at some point. It'll go here. And then over here, what I'm going to do is, I have a computer stand on wheels. What I'm going to do with that, I'm going to grind off or cut off the bottom and make it to where it'll be mounted up there at whatever height I decide is a good height. Because if I remember, it's at the gym, I hardly ever use it. It's got a sliding little tray, and I want that so I can sit up right here, pull that out, and then I can actually have a little desk. It actually, you know, have 2 levels, and I can work on my laptop, edit videos. So that's the plan. And then there's a voided space on the 2 sides of that. I'll try to find a picture and I'll post it here. What I'm going to do there is either find those, we'll go to Walmart, buy those cheap little stacker storage bins and put them in the middle. So then instead of having my big bag, I can actually just put my clothes in there. The way I see it, if I have 1 drawer for new, say tops, 1 for bottoms, new, and then 1 for dirty clothes, that's perfect. I had purchased this bag so that I could just put, I bought this because I was like, yeah, that's cool, the bag that has this. So I can put my shower shit in there and not have to carry that big bag, which typically has my laptop, yada, yada, yada. So, metal piece, that desk right there, and then the void from here over to where I'm gonna have that 12-volt fridge. I'm gonna create a little stand. I'll put my printer on there. I'll have a spot for paper and just other different storage things on there, just depending on how much room I actually end up having left. But yeah, that's it. Cleaned out, more organized, cleaned the floors, some of the dash, not all of it. Yeah. That's what we got. So I really like doing a reset. It's like when I went and worked out, I didn't have to worry about like getting in and getting out. Like, took my time. I would never spend the time on, say, a Sunday, a Monday, or a Tuesday, or, you know, even a Saturday for that matter when I get back, organizing all of this. It just happened to be that I had a whole freaking day to do nothing, you know? So, yeah, I kind of like a reset. It's kind of fun. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Next time you see me, we'll be dropping. Okay, so I was going to try to back it up between this giant fifth wheel and this bumper pole. I was really close. I'm actually pulling out, and so it's closer to there now. It wasn't that close. I was probably back here. But I decided, screw it, just pull it back out so she can open the stuff on that side. So yeah, finishing unloading the first one. There's our solution right there. So I had pressed up instead of down, but it was already all the way up. So it must have blown the fuse or something, because now I can't get it to go up or down. But that works. And then one last thing, I stopped, I'm in Council Bluffs, I stopped to get a Monster, just something to drink some Sprites too. So I showed you kind of the, you know, the new setup, but I forgot to show you what I'm using my code reader for now. So it has a live feature on it. And I think I'm gonna actually do just a full-on video about this, kind of a review or whatnot, but I believe it was DIY Semi that had mentioned something about gauges, and I was watching some video on maybe on cold starts or something, and he had brought up about gauges and live data and something. I can't remember the video, but I swear that's where I got this idea from. So let me flip this around and show you. So again, this is just my normal code reader. I'll put a link in the description, but I have it hooked up to my 9-pin. You can also use it just as a basic truck. And then I used my, as you can see right there, one of my mounts for my iPhone with the RAM mount. I'll put a link in the description for that too. Works pretty awesome. I haven't had any issues. It sits fine. It's really only gripping there. Down here, not so much. But anyways, it'll tell me, you can choose actually, but I want to know the load that's on the engine. I want to know how much boost is happening or being, you know, how much pressure. And then I actually just saw this one on there right now. I don't know what that average is from, like if you can reset it or whatnot. But again, you can choose different things to look at. One thing I had looked at on my last trip, so I've used it 2 trips now. I always look at the engine load, the percent of the engine load, so how hard's the engine working. I always look at the boost. And then last trip I was going between the accelerator pressure, you know, so you know if you're at 100% acceleration or whatnot. Just different parameters to give me an idea of, you know, how hard is the truck working. I would say if you have a basic pickup truck, there's probably a lot better setups just in terms of extra gauges than this. But this is my code reader, and it also has a live data feature. So I was like, why not use that? Because I actually kind of dislike it, because now I'm always looking at, okay, how hard's the engine working? What's the boost up to? Oh, is that like its max? And then I called Freightliner. I was like, hey, I got a weird question. Here's my last 6 of the VIN. I am curious as to what the turbo on it, what it is capable of doing, how much pressure or how much buildup or whatever is it able to do? Because I want to know, you know, okay, is it all the way up there? I'm gathering that it has a max kind of don't go past this, or if you do, you're gonna mess something up, of 30 PSI. I've had it up into the low 20s. I had some hills, and as I was just kind of like, I'll leave the cruise on, we'll see what happens. It would get up to 27, 28, but it wouldn't really seem to go much higher. And it shows you the decimal points, and it wouldn't go past 28. So I kind of feel like maybe 30 is kind of you probably just, you hurt your truck or something. They didn't have a good answer. It was actually the same Jeff guy that was a really horrible customer service person when I took the truck there initially, way back when. And he's like, okay, let me look. 18 to 20. Yeah, I don't think that can be right unless my code reader's wrong, but I've had it up to 25, 24, 25. Well, let me get one of the foremans on here, so go ahead and wait. I was waiting for like 36 minutes. I just hung up, so like, whatever, screw it. But I'm going to call Cummins to see if maybe they know. I can't find anything online. But yeah, anyways, that's it. This thing is pretty awesome. You saw in the last video, I used it to try to see what the oil temp was. For whatever reason, I can't seem to find that option again. I don't know how the thing works. I haven't read the manual, because I'm a guy. We don't do that stuff. But yeah, so that's it. Shout out to DIY Semi. Again, if you haven't watched his channel. He's got a ton of super helpful information. And I'll post a link to his channel in the description. Again, I'm in Council Bluffs. I'm going Des Moines down 35 to get back home, just with all of this disgusting stuff here in Iowa. Again, Colorado, mid to western Nebraska, no snow, just, you know, frigidly cold. But that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I made it to my drop-off. I traveled a lot of distance, and life is great. Well, life is what you make it, so it can be great or it can be shitty. But anyways, that's it. Until the next video, coming soon will be the retirement fund or investment strategies for owner-operators or, you know, contractors, transporters. If this is something that you want to do long-term, but you're like, how do I not work until I'm dead? So be on the lookout. Until the next one.